Well, for me, it's a very interesting story. So I've got a background in system integration. So back in South Africa. So I'm currently based in Germany right now. But before I moved over, I was based in South Africa, and I was doing some system integration stuff, working with things like up to 22. That was my primary hardware that I was using for automating plants. And so I was basically like called in to automate a plant, like just uh, they used to do things manually, just going to the silos and using like a mallet just to tap it and see how much of the stuff is left in there. So all they needed to do was just to kind of like monitor that and see. But they
Yeah.
still, while we were kind of like working with that system, I used to see a lot of these operators just standing around and then waiting. And then when I spoke to them, they would tell me that no, we're waiting for a truck, right? So a truck to deliver the supplies. And it
Mm,
was really strange to me that they would down their tools for like about 4 hours just waiting for that delivery. And the reason why
mm,
was because the way that they could order stuff was not automated. They'd wait for the supervisor
yeah.
to come and check and see, oh, now we're sitting at 20%, and then they go and make a phone call, they order, and then it so happened that at times they had
Yeah.
no trucks at the depot. They had to wait for a truck that had gone out to come back and then do that uh, uh, um, feeling. So now this is where really for me I got the first opportunity to really apply Internet of Things there, because this is where we kind of like proposed that we could have a connected system that does automatic calculation and prediction of exactly when some material will be needed to prevent that downtime, and have that
Mhm.
information automatically relayed to the suppliers to have their own dashboard where they can see what's going on, and then they can plan their day around that. So that ability to connect, to collect information and share it between a supplier and the manufacturer, and essentially cut out that downtime to zero, was like really
Yeah.
for me a very interesting and first time that I really applied Internet of Things. Before that, it was really kind of like a hobby thing, like typically home automation, which was really fascinating for me, obviously, to see things go on and off just using your mobile phone, or even when you're not at home, you get a notification that this and this is going on and stuff like that. So those basically were the first, my first experience with Internet of Things that really fascinated me.
Yeah, I think it's a great first experience that you had there because it's kind of one of like the most rudimentary like Internet of Things and how it can like very easily and like practically be used in a real world scenario where it immediately helps your process. Because there's definitely a whole side of Internet of Things that's like more data analytics. It's more like predictive things, and it gets pretty deep out there, right? But there's some things that are like right here, right now, that if you add it, it's gonna eliminate a ton of downtime in your processes.